Biermann, Kim Zolciak's daughter.
Yes. Well, what do you think of this story? Because TMZ, Ariana is denying that she was drunk. Apparently, she got into a minor car wreck. Police show up, obviously. She says she was so physically distraught from it. She was sort of shaking and acting off, which the officer interpreted as her being drunk. And then she was arrested for DUI. So do we think she was drunk? And, she's underage too. So if she was drinking or in possession of alcohol, which I believe they accused her of both, that ain't good when you're underage.
That ain't good when you're underage. Now, not only has she denied this, but Miss Zolciak Biermann Sr. Kim Zolciak has spoken out, backing up, shocker, backing up everything that Ariana said, basically that, like she wasn't drunk. And right, they're saying she was so like taken aback and distraught that's why she seemed drunk. And Kim even said something like, we really don't wish to pursue litigation at this time. I'm like, is this like some backhanded threat of yours, Kim? Because that's what Miss Kim Zolciak said. It was a very subtle statement, and then she went on to say other things. But if you said that to me, I would say to go fuck yourself, and I would come out swinging, because you know how I get when someone tries to threaten me with something. That's my hot button. Well, it sounded like a threat to me by Kim Zolciak Biermann.
Yeah, but in Kim's defense, if Ariana wasn't drinking, if that is the truth, and they didn't do a thorough investigation, she was arrested on suspicion of DUI. She confessed to, I think, using marijuana like the day before. So that shouldn't be impacting her driving now, I wouldn't think. To Kim's point, if they didn't do a thorough investigation and they just arrested her because they thought she was, why aren't they giving her? I don't see anywhere where she failed a breathalyzer there at the stop. So, I'm kind of with Kim.
Yeah. I get it. I get what you are saying.
So anyway,
I don't know. She is underage. Look, does it shock me if Ariana was drunk? No. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. I didn't really think it was that big a deal. Okay, drinking and driving is of course a huge deal. I'm just saying, I guess what I'm trying to say is I wasn't shocked by this story, and that's no slight to Ariana, but she's young, I don't know. This wasn't as big a newsworthy, like, oh my God, we have scandal here. You know what I mean? Like Erica and Tom getting a divorce the first day I heard about it, that sent me into a tailspin.
I know. No, I get it. I'm not shocked either. I think we know those girls are like out and about, and George, I'm not surprised, but I guess I'm just kind of like holding off judgment on this, because I do think, like, what is true? Like, why wasn't there a breathalyzer? They were arrested on suspicion, but were they really drunk? Because now it kind of seems like they weren't.
Right. So, and then I could see why Kim would say that. Yeah, sure. It's like a black mark next to her name. And all right. So
yeah, because all people read is the headline. Side tangent. We talk Housewives on this show, so I won't even get into it, but I'm watching this documentary about Manti Te'o, the football player who was catfished years ago. Anyway, the bottom line is this: people read the headline only and then they judge you. So I get why Kim's coming out swinging, because people just think that Ariana was a drunk, like DUI offender, when that might not be the story.
I agree with you. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it unfolds. And I think this story might be over, right?
It could be over, yeah, especially if it turns out she wasn't drunk. I think it'll be dropped. The police department obviously doesn't want to be sued, I'm sure. So who knows? Maybe they'll just let it go. She won't be charged with anything. It's not going to stay on her record. If in fact she wasn't drunk, I don't know. People now have taken a playbook from Trump, where it's just like deny, deny, deny. So she could have been drunk. I have no idea.
Deny, deny, deny. One thing we cannot deny is that, I do think for sure the Beverly Hills cast will be mixed up at the end of this year. I've been saying this all along.
They better not.
Here's the thing.
Tell me why.
I am almost at the point, popular, not even an unpopular opinion, because a lot of people agree. I'm almost at the point now where I can't watch Beverly Hills anymore. I am so outraged.
Excuse me, what?
Here's the thing. I love it. I think it has officially become my favorite franchise over when I really step back and think about it. But you know what? This Fox Force 5 minus Melon Ball, because she ain't ever coming back. Maybe she'll come back for Girls Trip. It's just, it is so egregiously double standard ish. It's so, Rinna doesn't even listen. If it's Garcelle, she's gonna slam you. If it's Sutton, she's gonna slam you. If it's Erica, she's gonna fucking go down on you. It's like these people, like Kyle and Dorit and Erica and Rinna, four of them can never do any wrong in the other four's eyes. And let me tell you, that's why Jackie Goldschneider is demoted, because Margaret and Melissa and her were a force that could never be broken up. And that is when it gets boring. I think I've been saying this, they are going to break up the Fox Force 5. Now, who out of Erica Jane, not who do you want, people? Because we all know you want Rinna fired. And by the way, the rumor going around that Diana and Crystal and Lisa Rinna are going to be fired. Lisa Rinna is not going to be fired. I'm going to say that as loud as I can. I'm living in reality. So like, are we going to fire Kyle? Are we going to fire Lisa Rinna? Are we going to fire Erica? Or are we going to fire Dorit? Like, which person in that group are we going to fire? And the only person out of those four is Dorit. I really
or Kyle decides she doesn't want to come back.
Or if Kyle decides she doesn't want to come back. And I think that will never happen. I really, I just... I think
Mauricio's show is a hit on Netflix. I think she's out.
You think?
Yeah, because I feel like Kyle's also gotten everything out of it. You know, I just feel like Kyle, what's there left for Kyle? You know, and I think now Kyle, Kathy, Kim, you know, because there's this like these rumblings and sort of shaking that Kim is kind of coming back with this memoir. I think they're going to want to be in control more of their narrative. You know, I don't see them staying on that show unless, you know, I mean, Kyle may very well end up being the highest paid housewife ever because, I mean,
I just think Kyle loves it so much.
You do.
And she's like, she just, sometimes I think when the camera's not on her, she just says to herself, oh, LVP, thank God I got rid of you. Like, I just think she wanted this throne, and she just, even like in a recent episode where they were doing like that, it was the dinner party. What was that dinner party? It was the roller disco episode, I think last week. And it was there was some dinner. It wasn't, I can't remember which dinner it was.
This